What? Oh, yes, it's a live episode. Yeah. How? Bring the beat back. Hey, 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 hey. Beyonce shoulder shrug. Hey, hey. Ooh. I wasn't ready. Mmm. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, y'all want another video? It's your boy Matty Rants. Tune in. Thank you for being here. Cat, cat, cow. This is a conversation piece today. I'm talking to you. We're talking about shit that we're all going through. We're talking about stuff that we love to talk about. This is what this live is about. Now, I did showcase and ask, did you want to have a live about dating? And a lot of you responded on Instagram. So here we are. Some of you didn't want to have this conversation today. Well, if you're lucky and you still came, you know that we have conversations about more than just one thing. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being a part of the Rant Pack. Hi, babies. Hey, everybody. It's nice to see you. Once again, I am in this live with you, and I'm so happy for y'all to be here with me. Tell me one thing is that there's a lot of you in the room. So if I miss your message and I don't respond immediately to you, or if I didn't say it, or if I miss it, you do it 2 times. Trust me, things are coming in. One of my moderators in the room, Alicia, hey, baby. Please forgive me. I'm just trying to read everything on time and be able to answer everybody quickly as I can, okay? Now, Alicia, do me a favor and post those links for me, honey bunny. Thanks, mama. I have some tea on some drag race stuff. I have some things to talk about with dating, some personal experiences, a lot of embarrassing, funny stories that you're going to hear from me today. And we're also going to get into a couple other things that are happening right now that I want to ask of you, for you to let me help you out. As your boy Matty Rants, your friend on the internet. KK? Yes. Thank you, Mark. If y'all are not on my Instagram, you're missing the party. You're missing the party because I turned the fuck out and was giving you voguing, J-set teas. I was death dropping for the kids, dropping into splits. I don't know what to tell you. But yes, if you all want to donate to the channel and support your host with the most here, do me a favor and post to those accounts that Alicia just did. I can't believe my words are all jumbled up here. I'm so excited for this live. It's paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App, $Matty Rants. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The tea, the tea, the tea, the tea. I'll do it again, Robbie, but that was a special live because I said it was a donation live. So I was on there and I was like basically just cutting up, just feeling the breeze. And someone sent me $5. I was like, oh, and I did a little dance. And I said, you know what? If I do another little dance, someone send whatever, I'm gonna bring it up a notch each and every time. Now, I got a donation that was a bit higher than expected, and I was like, ooh, so I'm gonna have to cut the fuck up because that was something it was like, oh, you didn't have to do that, but you know what? Since you did, and everybody's on this live, let's give him a show. Jamar joined in, and we was dancing and cutting the fuck up. Jamar was whipping that hair back and forth, Willow Smith style. He was giving you all that dreadlocks, all the locks. And I was giving you a bunch of my dance experience and former training tees for you kids. So yes. Baby, who's in charge of the girls? When I did that to showcase, and the conversation was about lip syncing and, you know, the whole, Matthew, if you did this, how would you do it? Because I was trying to tell y'all, like, okay, I'm a former dancer, and I still dance. I'm also a former gymnast, and I'm still a gymnast at heart because I'm still flexible. I can still do everything I can do. So if I say I'm cutting the fuck up, bitch, I cut the fuck up. And I used to have to dance for dollars. Not, I wasn't a stripper and I wasn't a go-go boy, but I was a backup dancer for a bounce artist many years ago. Not that long, but I did. And I have been on the same stage where Frida has performed, Miss Big Frida, Katie Red, Sissy Nobi. I danced with Vodka Redu and the Crew. If you want to look them up, Vodka Redu and the Crew, VOCKAH. I know if Vodka's watching this. He's like, girl, you gave me a shout out. Sure did. REDU, honey. And you can also find videos of me from way back in the day on YouTube of me dancing. So you'd be like, girl, that was Matty. Yes, that was me a long time ago before Matty Rants even existed, and I was Matty Rackums. So that was the tea on that. Join me on Instagram. That's at Matty Rants. Y'all know what the tea is. And again, if y'all want to donate to the channel, you know where it is at. PayPal.me/Matty Rants. Cash App $Matty Rants. Pow, pow. Yes, I was twerking. Listen, back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day, I used to be the one. Girl, let me tell you something. Light skin, don't care, go and show you, do that, throw that pussy in the air, gonna out. Like, that was it. That was it. I used to come out there and I used to be rings the pop, show them girls what you stop. Like, I used to cut up. And so my friend Vodka is like a really great performer and he's a really great artist and his music used to make me just like, I was like, girl, I gotta do this with you. And I used to be the merch guy for him and I turned into the dancer. And then after that, it went on from there. So voguing, yes. Twerking, yes. J-set, yes. Marked. Boom. Talent. They're not in these shoes, bitch. They're in this body. So, yes. Okay, I'm done talking about that. But, yes, that's just a little bit of me. I'm so done with this bathhouse. I want to give you the tea. Girl, alrighty. So, has anybody watched the most recent Race Chasers? I'm not referring to the drag queen competition pageant that I'm actually very excited for, but I'm referring to the review they did for season 11, episode 3. Has everybody watched that just yet? Have they watched it just yet? Because I need to get into this. Now, there was a conversation that took place. Oh, I know who the queen is. Let me do. Come on, Hinky. Let me build up the moment, sis. I'm building up the moment. So, the thing is that there is tea about a queen who was in Palm Springs at this event where it was held by these porn stars, and they wanted this drag queen to come there and be one of the hosts for the show, or whatever the fuck that was happening. I don't know the specifics, but I got enough to know what the fuck is going down. I saw it, Daimir. Thank you so much for that, baby. I appreciate it. What the tea was is that one of the girls from season 11 got there, was pissed drunk. She made demands such as she wanted every porn person who had the OnlyFans account to have access to it for free for her and her manager. This is what the manager said, for the girl. And that she needed to have a bottle in her room, which is, that's pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I listened to Race Chaser. I've been open about that. I like that show. It's a good show with Willem in Alaska. It's a great show. The name is a bit like Race Chaser, but that's only if I'm just thinking too hard. But anywho, she had demands. They were met, except for the OnlyFans part. I don't know if that actually happened or not, but I do know she got the bottle that she wanted in the room. So apparently, she was an hour and a half late, showed up pissed drunk, was throwing up in the corner. They said it was bad. Like, it was bad. Like, people were just watching, and it was just like, ooh. And they said that certain girls showed up there, like Morgan McMichaels, Mayhem Miller, Mariah Balenciaga. She got on the stage and just was a fool, and it just was bad. So the queen, that everybody was wondering who this was about, this is allegedly who it is. But I found this through Reddit, which, is a reliable source. But, it can be. The queen in question was Miss Ariel Versace. Allegedly. Now, I'm not Jake Yonsei, so I don't got the tea. I'm sure once he gets wind of this story, we're about to get a full clip show. So, Jake, if you're watching this, honey, I'm not the first one to say it. They really were the ones to do it first, girl, but I just had to say something because I was like, girl, has anyone talked about this yet? I need to talk about this with my wonky ass background. I'm just realizing now. But yes, Miss Thing. And here's the crazy part about that. The allegedly part of this all. Allegedly. Because again, I went there and I don't know what happened. Um, the one who supposedly spilled the beans works on Drag Race and is a former contestant on Drag Race, which you can now put two and two together. Out of the two, who could you think would be the one to spill that tea? And what was crazy, I'm reading the entire thread and I'm going through the whole thing. And then I got different people who were like, I can give you the other person who said it was her. It wasn't Raven, it was Delta Work. Allegedly, it was Delta Work. Allegedly. Allegedly, it was Delta Work. That was the confirmation from somebody that was on the board. Then they said somebody else had said something. And then what they did was, in order for them to find out who the particular queen was, someone was like, well, if you go on social media and if you look at the booked events and you also look at when someone logged in or checked in to go somewhere, the only queen from season 11 that was there at the time when all this took place was Ariel Versace. So it was like, ooh. Ooh. And so, and mind you, but is it messy though? It was more so, girl, can you believe that somebody who has an opportunity to be, you know, hosting lots of gigs and do stuff like that would do something so unprofessional, like get piss ass drunk and then just fuck up her whole show? That is what allegedly had happened. So I wouldn't say that this is necessarily us trying to like attack her or anything like that, but it was more so a tale of, and I guess them being on Race Chaser and the person being anonymous and blah, 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 or whatever, was like, y'all got on the show, you have to really be on your P's and Q's. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine, but like, do it when you're not working. You know what I mean? So it just feels like, ooh, I don't know. I didn't, listen, for me personally, I'm not going to judge somebody on what they did for the gig because I've been in many situations where I've been so pissed drunk, I have thrown up all over the place many a times. And it hasn't, sometimes hasn't been on purpose. I ended up just drinking something that was really bad or having something that just did not agree with me, and shit happens. So no shade at all from this story, but it was just the gag when I saw that. Hey, Taya, and everybody else who's here. I do apologize if I haven't said hi. But it was the gag on Race Chaser when they had somebody literally change their whole voice up to have this conversation. And I said, bitch, I'm going to have to actually do some digging here. And did my digging enough to find out that it was Miss AV. So if the story comes out later, we had this conversation. But Race Chasers popped it off first. It was already being discussed somewhere else. Then Reddit got the tea, and it just went down from there. But yeah, that's my season 11 tea for you today, kids. I'm sure we'll find out more in the next coming days. Trust and believe we will find out. Because you know how this show goes. Just give them $5 and they'll show you their butthole. Okay, so I like Race Chasers, the show. Made sure to put that in that context because it just sounds weird saying race. I don't like that. The show that Willem and Alaska do, I love so very much. It's a great show. They have good chemistry. I can listen to Alaska talk forever. I thought at first I was going to be like, but then when you listen to Alaska, it's a very calming and deep tone voice. And yeah, I totally would have done that for myself. And everything about it is so luxurious. And what Akira Chanel Davenport was wearing was just amazing. And I loved, I just loved it. I enjoy when she speaks. It's a key. It's a key. Hi, Maestro Frederick. It's a podcast, and you can find it on a lot of different platforms, Claire Bear. I listen to it on the podcast thing with iTunes or whatnot. And I know they have an actual page you can go to where there's different links to listen to it if you have like Google Play and stuff like that. As I'm giving these people promo, anywho, yes. So, and then Willem's fucking hilarious. So I just like listening to Willem because Willem's halfway me all the time. I hear Willem say shit. I'm like, I would have said that. Yep, agree. Yep, agree. Yep, agree. So I enjoy it. It's a good show. Okay. Thanks again for tuning in. I'ma shake my little chest for you. I'ma shake my little chest for you. Nothing's happening. I'ma shake my little chest for you. Nothing's happening. Okay. Nothing is happening. There we go. If you like to donate to the show, please donate to the links that are provided by my moderator, paypal.me/Matty Rants. Cash App, $ Matty Rants. None of that worked together. I sounded like Honey and Raja during that episode, baby. Woo! Listening to Race Chasers again, that brought me all the way back to the episode. I was like, girl, that was a lot to deal with. But yeah, a lot of you have been asking me questions. Have I ever experienced sleep paralysis? I have. I used to get it all the time when I was little. Donate to the show, click down below. The show! That's cute. I like that. I used to get that a lot when I was little. And I remember I would wake up in the middle of the night and I couldn't move my body. And that shit would just fucking... Whoo, girl, that used to drive me nuts. And I'd be so afraid and I would feel like, just gross, like, oh my God, I can't move myself. But what I ended up doing to get myself out of sleep paralysis is whenever I opened my eyes and I couldn't move, I would then just reclose my eyes and I would focus all my attention on one part of my body. And then once I got that going, I was good to go. So if you are experiencing something like that, I know that you can seek out professional help for it, but what I always just used to do to get myself out of sleep paralysis was just reclose my eyes and focus and then start speaking to myself, maybe in my brain, but it would come out of my mouth. Does that make any sense? Very wiggle your big toe. Very that, but I wasn't trying to wiggle nothing, girl. It would always be like, I would try to make my shoulders move or I would say something and then just... I would try to vocalize it. Like, it would be like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You know, I would do something like that. I just say it over and over and over and over again. I would just, ooh, girl, I would drain myself out of it. Ooh, hey, DM. Thank you so much for your donate. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. And anybody else that wants to donate, remember those links, paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App, $Matty Rants. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Dawn. I love that name, by the way, Donna. And I'll tell you why. 70s Show, that was my favorite character. Donna was my favorite character on the 70s Show. Next to, well, fuck the whole, you know what? Moment, because we were just going into sleep paralysis. That 70s Show was one of the greatest shows that Fox has ever had. And if I sound like a total douche for that, then Summer's Eve, bitch, because I'm sorry. I love that 70s Show. I was mad that they tried to do that 80s show after it, and it was so stupid. But that 70s Show is so fucking funny. A lot of stuff that they're doing now in pop culture today is from that 70s Show. A lot of it is. Kitty, that's the one. Kitty is queen. Eric's mother, Kitty Foreman. It's such a good show. I love that Comedy Central has picked up on the basically letting it be syndicated. So you can just see it anywhere now. And I love that. It's like my morning thing. I love that. It's the guitar intros, the drums, the in-betweens, like the transitions, whenever Eric's high and it's like the walls are moving and he's trying to talk to his parents. That shit was so fucking funny. And then, what else was there? Okay. Of course, the semicircle of friends when they're smoking, but you never got to see them really smoke. It just was like the illusion of them all sitting down and like talking while they're high. That's some real shit. So for me, I was like, girl, if I can't relate to all of this, I have been in those circles before and just talked about dumb shit. It's good stuff. Mila Kunis, that career came out of there. Ashton Kutcher's career came out of this. What is it? Topher, is his name Topher Grace? Is that right? Topher Grace's career. Laura Pepron, Wilmer Valderrama. There we go. Everybody except for Hyde. Well, Hyde was what was the guy's name who played Hyde? Because he was in The Faculty, which if y'all remember was 1996, 1997, maybe 99. I'm thinking more 97 because I remember I snuck in to go see that movie. I was so proud of myself. School's out forever. Oh, he's a Scientologist? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Red was the greatest dad ever. Shut up, dumbass. Loved him. But yeah, Kitty was the greatest mom of all time. And when Kitty got drunk, Kitty was the greatest person to ever exist on television. Karen Walker, Kitty, and Roger the Alien need to be in one show. Just put all three of them in there. Hyde's little brother was the oldest brother on Malcolm in the Middle. True that. Oh, Malcolm in the Middle. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to change the title of this video. I'm gonna have to change the title of this video. Yeah. It's gonna have to say dating, tea, and just everything in between. I'm gonna have to change the title of this video. I cannot, I can't. Oh, Lord, Matty is ranting, and if you want me to continue ranting, paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App $Matty Rants. Karen fucking Walker, Anastasia Beaverhausen is the one. If you're gonna ask me, Matty Rants, who I emulate my life history of fuckery from, it is Jack McFarland and Karen Walker. Once my theater teacher in the what grade was I in? Sixth, seventh grade, Hollywood Hillbillies. I was casted as Larry the director, and I remember I was afraid to be gay at the time because people were making fun of me at school. So I was trying to keep my voice very low and be very stern. But when I would get into like theater classes and I would do stuff that I like, I'd always would shine. Right? Okay. So I get in theater, and then she like asked me to do an audition. I came in, I did James Brown, I did a whole like number where I was like in this leather outfit, and I just did like a wig, and I had like dust on my hair because I was playing like he was like so, you know, I don't know. It was like this whole thing I had in my head of like James Brown being dusty and me being like a dancer and him coming out of like retirement. So it was like, watch me. And it was just really good. So she was living, and she's like, I know what character I need to put you as, but I want you to be yourself. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're not being yourself. You're being somebody else. You're not being yourself. And I was like, what is she talking about? So I get the part as Larry, and I'm reading the lines, and every line is super fucking sassy. Every line is woo, woo, and woo. And I'm in 7th grade trying to just make it through and know when to make fun of me. Like, all that stuff. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I remember one time we went through auditions, and she goes, I was doing my lines, and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, my part. And she goes, no, you're not doing your part. You need to be yourself, Matthew. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, it just bothered me, and everybody's just watching, and the other gay guys who were in there who already were themselves were like, we know what she's talking about. But I was like, what is she talking about? So she goes, do me a favor tonight. Do you watch TV? I'm like, I love TV. She's like, of course you do. But she already knew I was gay. She was clocking my tea, and she was trying to tell me to be fucking myself. She was like, stop being this person. Stop. Nobody likes that. And if they do, fuck them. I'm getting hard lessons throughout my life. Remember, I told y'all like my coming out story and everything, and when I came out in my life and having to hide myself. I found people through every step of me growing up that let me be who I was and told me to just keep moving. And she was one of those people. But anywho, she said, do you watch a show called Will and Grace? I was like, no. She goes, well, I suggest you watch it. Take some time to look it up. And I want you to study Jack and Karen. And I want you just to find yourself falling in love with those two. She goes, hell, fall in love with Will. Fall in love with Grace, but fall in love with something, because right now I don't think you're in love with yourself. And I was like, I'm in 7th grade. Oh my God, I was crying and shit. I went home, I told my mom, and she was like, she knew what was up, but she didn't want to be there. So she was like, okay, well, yeah, okay, let's figure out when the show comes on. I found the show, I watched, guess what the first episode was that I saw? Guess what the first episode I saw was? So, and it was really funny because it wasn't even, I think it was a rerun. I think it was a rerun. It was the Jack McFarlane episode when he meets Cher, and when he had the Cher doll, and she was at the table and she talked about snap out of it and all that type of stuff. That was the first Will and Grace episode I ever saw. Bitch, when I tell you that did everything for me, and I mean, I haven't changed. That was like almost like the catapult into my life. Because I was like, I love this show. I love everything about this show. Jack is fucking funny. Karen is my like spirit animal. What is happening here? And I started to like find myself a little bit with that. But after I saw that episode, I came in the next day for rehearsals, like having like seen and binge watched a whole bunch of episodes that I had to find. Girl, I got on that stage and I queened out. And she was like, brilliant. I remember I walked in and I said, hello, it's me, Larry, the director, child, and I'm trying to find my trailer. Where are we? This is disgusting. Why is there a swamp? Who are these people? Olivia, they have overalls. I went in and she was like, I live for you. I live for this. And I knew then and there that was like the start of something. But yeah, those moments in your life, and anybody who's watching this who may be a little younger, if you have people who are like that with you, and be careful because some people are trying to see you just be crazy. But if someone is really focused on your development and growth and you can respect them and they don't make you feel uncomfortable, take what they're saying because they're trying to help you out. And she was one of those people. I have no idea where she is, but she helped me and I thank her for that. So, but yes, now, why are we here, everybody? We're going to talk about things in between, but the tea is dating. Girl, dating. You say California agrees with me, honey, but the dating scene has been a mess. Then again, dating for me has always been a mess. However, where can I watch season 2 of Rue Thailand? Would someone please help Patricia in the comment section for us and post the Twitter account that I go to? And Patricia, when the person posts it, it's like Kuda Lacorn, I believe, and it's pinned to that Twitter page. And when you do it, it's going to take you to a website, and then it's going to show you like all season 1 and season 2. Can someone post that for her, please? Thank you, Lenny. Lenny posted it for you, so that's the name on Twitter, and you'll be able to find all those things, honey bunny. I got you. Okay. I'm not picky. I promise you I'm not picky. I am not picky. I am not picky. You can go through my dating history. You can go through my boyfriends. You can see the list. I'm not picky. There have been some fine. There have been some fair. There have been some emotionally there. There have been some not so emotionally there, okay? The one thing I do have to do, though, when you say picky, is that me now on YouTube and doing this type of stuff, it's a little scary for me in the dating pool because a lot of people assume that I'm like this ultra person, like this here that you see from me, I bring this to y'all. But when I get off the camera, I can be a little bit more I can be a little bit more mellow, a little bit more chill. You know, I can sometimes come off as cold in person. It's sometimes just the effect that I have, I guess, when I'm standing still. A bitch face. This happens all the time. This face right here. I can't help it. If I got to the restaurant and you're telling me a 15-minute wait, the eyebrows go up. And now I gotta look like this. No, Orphic, I'm not telling you that, Lord child. Can you help this young man? Because you went way too far with that. I'm not telling you I'm being fake. Okay, let me address this real quick. When I talk to you here on YouTube, I'm talking to you like my people in a different aspect. If I see you in person, that's how it's gonna be. If I'm dating, I'm not talking to people like I'm talking to you. Does that work? Did that clear that up? Don't accuse me of being fake. Don't even put that in the atmosphere. I meant what I said by that. Like, we are our friend, correct. It's just, if I'm in person, it's a different person. It is the same, but it's different. Like, I'm gonna be more chill. I'm gonna be a little bit more relaxed. I'm gonna be like a little back on stuff. I'm not gonna be like this, that, and the other. It's like if someone were to expect me to be like this all the time, it'd be crazy. I can't do that. And I have a Gemini moon, so that really doesn't help. It really doesn't help. I have it. It really doesn't help. I have a Gemini. I had to look those up, and I was like, oh no, not that I'm a Libra and I have a Gemini moon. Ah! My mother was a Gemini, so this explains why and everything else too, that so many things have happened to me. But yeah. And don't get me started on the zodiac. Please don't get me started on the zodiac. Oh my God, your 4-year-old has this. Oh my God, well then your baby is me. Your child is me. Your child is me. Honey, it's like, right, air and fucking God, it's just like, what is it? What is Gemini? Is that water? I can't remember. Or is it 2 airs? I can't remember. Anywho, girl, okay, so getting into the dating conversation, how do y'all feel about zodiac signs when you're dating? Because, so that's 2 airs. Whew, I'm a air. So I'm just a breezy bitch. I'm just a breezy motherfucker then. Oh, Avatar teeth, thank you. Ang in this bitch. Zaboop. No, here's me in dating with and I almost said avatars. I'm sorry, zodiac signs. I have always been in a relationship with Aquariuses. I promise you. Everybody who I have dated in terms of like a serious, long-lasting relationship that's gone for like the longest of times have always been Aquariuses. Those relationships have always ended like really rough. I know one of them I'm still very good with and we're good people, but the one guy who I was with the longest, he is an Aquarius and he was one of the evilest people I've ever met in my life. But I know not every Aquarius is bad. I know that not all of you are bad. I know this. I am aware. But bitch, the Aquarius that I knew, the ones that I dated, oh, y'all don't play. Y'all do not play. You do not play. If you feel something is amiss, bitch, when I say it turns into this whole thing, and mind you, I'm a Libra. So for me, everything is about what the room temperature is. Everything has to be a certain way and a certain aura about certain things. So sometimes what we do is we will try to make things not so bad. Like, we're not gonna lie about it, but what we'll do is we'll be like, we'll tell it to you in a way that is less hurtful or less dramatic than you may think it is. And then what an Aquarius will do will take what I just said and be like, but that's not what you mean though. Oh. And then I have to re-explain it all over again in the same way, not to fuck it up, because it's already hard to do it the first time. This, I'm telling you as a Libra what we do. They say we lie. It's not lying. It's, we take the truth. We don't stretch it. Oh, see how I'm doing this. And we try to make it like, well, this is how it happened, but you don't need to be mad because these are all the positive things that go behind it. So I know this just took place. However, this is the other stuff, because we don't like, Orphic, low key, honey. You threw my scales out of balance, and I was like, hold on, and I had to re-explain it to you the way so you could understand what was going on. I'm a sugarcoater. And I'm too nice. That's another reason why I'm single. That's another big reason why I'm single too. And a thing that I want a lot of us to get over as well, that sometimes we got to be a little mean. Sometimes we got to be a little tough. Yeah, we got to be tough sometimes, because people will play you, girl. And I know as a Libra, as me as a person, I have been taken advantage of plenty of times in dating. So it's kind of messed up my whole dating atmosphere about what I want to do when I want to date somebody or talk to someone. And I'm also stupid corny when you first talk to me if you're flirting. I cannot help it. I'm a cornball. I use TV show references. I use all the things in my power that I can. And I use that as a way to figure out if the person is taking everything way too seriously or if there's someone who I can talk to things about. We can be passive aggressive, but we choose mostly to be aggressive. Well, I know I choose mostly to be aggressive. if I'm passive aggressive, it's really hard to hold because honestly, you'll know when I'm upset with you. You'll know when I don't like you. All right, NC. Yeah, you will know when when I do not like you. You will all there will never be a doubt. And if you don't know I don't know, and if you don't know that I don't like you, then you're in danger. That's me as a Libra. I'm like, girl, my face can't hide it with certain people that come around me. I used to be in groups of people, and they'd bring folks that I didn't care for who have said stuff to me or about me. And bitch, when I tell you something, I wouldn't be able to sit still. I'm like, I don't want to be in the same room with them because I want to say something. Because Libras we're also about justice. And we feel we're not justified in stuff. Baby, we will. So you want to say that this is wrong? No, this is where you're wrong. And we go in. So we can be very argumentative. We like to not be, but we can be if we feel like shit's just not in balance. Like we just, girl, please, I'm coming at your ass until I feel everything's right again. And then after I've yelled at you, I'm now back to sync and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm sorry. And that's me. That is me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, that normally happens. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, y'all, with me in my single life, and my friend was telling me, this, he's like, Matt, then date someone who likes your corny fucking ass. You're beautiful and you're corny and it's okay. But what you're thinking is that because you're acting corny, you're unattractive. And then I want y'all to realize too, you yourself, the things about you that make you you are what make you you. So don't take those things away for somebody who you want to date because you think that that's what they're going to like about you. Because then you're going to be somebody else for someone who you're trying to get to know you. So now you're going to be pretending to be somebody in a relationship that's not going to work. And by the time you get to wanting to be yourself, that person's not going to like that because guess what? Hello? You've set yourself up for that failure. Don't be that person. I have done that before. I'll give you an example of, oh God, this is going to make me sound like I'm a terrible person, but I'll give you some dating stuff, okay? So I used to date this guy a long, long time ago. I'm not going to tell you his name, but if he's watching this video, and I'm sure he might be, this is kind of what happened. He was very, very butch, very, all for sports, all for this, that, and the other. And he liked me and he thought I looked good. And I thought he looked good too. He was a professional. He was from Louisiana. He had I love accents. If you have an accent, I don't care where you're from. I don't give a fuck where you're from. If you have an accent, it's one of my favorite things to hear from people because then I'm always interested in everything you have to say. But this person wanted me to do 3 following things. And I'm going to quote you on all this, and it's the truth. And he still contacts me to this day every now and then. He wanted me to shave my entire body, toe to shoulder. He does not like any hair on me. And he said that he would not sleep with me if I had hair on my body. That was 1. 2, I was told I needed to enjoy the same things as him, like football, sports, and watching stuff like that. Otherwise, why would he even come over? Like, if I didn't want to watch something, like say RuPaul's Drag Race was on, and I was dating him. Oh, bitch, I was dating him around, what season was that? Girl, oh yeah, I was dating him during the review. As a matter of fact, I was dating him during the reviews. And this is, I want to say, before All Stars. So this must have been season 10. Has to be season 10. Because where was I at when me and Jamar were doing that one? Was I over in, I think it was season 10. Has to be. Because I was doing YouTube at the time, and I remember I was telling Jamar all the shit I was going through. Oh, yep, sure do. Okay. So this story now had some more flavor. Oh my God, I remember. So he did that, and he was like, if I'm watching Drag Race, he wouldn't come over. And he wouldn't be a part of it. And he was like, I don't like that shit. And I was like, oh, okay. He would come over and he'd be like, we need to watch something that I like to watch. So we'd always watch football, basketball, any kind of sport. Now, here's the thing, y'all. I don't mind watching sports. I actually like sports. I've played sports. I like sports. I like specific teams. However, I don't like it when people force me to do something I don't want to do. I mean, we're not together. 50. I know who you are, child. 50. We're not together. Um, he was making me do all that, and then the way he used to talk to me, like, he would basically tell me my YouTube channel wasn't shit and I wasn't making any money, and that like how do you expect to make a living this way, and boop 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 boop. It was a whole lot of. And he has been on television and done stuff, and he's had like the platform. He's like, well, if you're gonna do all that, you need to be better at this, and you need to get into some things, and you need to like cater to straight audiences, because those are gonna be your fan base, and that's how you're gonna get money, and da da da. It was like a lot of stuff was like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And so we used to get into it all the time. We used to get into it and argue and do all that. And unfortunately, at one point in time, I fell into the trap of, I am going to shave all of my body, and I am going to watch this stuff with him. And he won't do things for me sexually because he doesn't like it. But that's just him. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself like falling into that. And I mean, I don't know. We had some great moments and nice stuff like that. But I promise y'all, I think it was one day he came over and we just got into, ooh, bitch, we got into it. And I was like, you can get the fuck on out. Because he came over and he was like, pull down your pants. And I was like, what? I sure did. And I was just like, nope, can't do this no more. I was like, yeah, well, if you came over here for all that, that's not what I'm here for. So if you don't want to be here for this, you can just go. So he like literally, oh yeah, no foreplay. Never, there was never any, honey, never any foreplay. Never. Wouldn't even kiss me on the lips. So I remember he left and we didn't talk for like 5 months, and then he hit me up out the blue when he saw me on a dating app, and he was like, hey, how's it going? Is the booty still good? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. But that situation, y'all, and me sharing that story to you is just to let you understand why, when you say something like picky or things like that, I'm going to be picky in a sense. I'm not picky, but I'm going to be picky about certain things. If you don't want to taste none of that, listen, if you don't want to do certain things that I like, that I enjoy sexually, it's not going to work. And that's why when I have people who I talk to now, who when we say, well, what do you like to do? It's important to have that kind of chemistry, because if they don't like doing that, but they look good and they sound good and they're nice, it may not be it couldn't work for you, because you might want some of that something. Honeys, a lot of us like to have the groceries taken not only from the car, but put in the fridge, to be put in the oven, to then be cooked, to then be put on the plate, to then be eaten. If they don't like that, you move around, because why would you settle for something that is not going to give you the same satisfaction that they would get from you? Hello? It has to be, break it in. Break it in. So I share my fuckery with you again in this live, so y'all know what's up. And of course, if this young man sees this shit and is like, man, I'm gonna blast you, blast me, girl, because we are good now. I'm sharing that story because it happened with us, sir. I never said your name. I did say where you was from. I didn't say your occupation, but I did say you was on TV. So I gave 2 things about you. So I ain't got your ass together, but if I had some people really wanted to snoop in my life, they could figure it out. Anywho, but yeah. Absolutely, Dr. Cross. Anytime, baby. Anytime. I'm always down for a little puff, and a little stuff, and a little talk, and a conversation, baby. Yes, honey. But if y'all want to donate to the channel and support your host with the most here, I'm giving you life lessons and some tea today. That's paypal.me/Matty Rants. Cash App. $ Matty Rants. If you've donated, thank you so very much. If you're not, that's cool. Thanks for being here. I care either way. So I appreciate you guys. I love you so much. More tea time with Matty and more talking about this. And I'm glad we got a lot of people in the room for this, because I'm here for it. I've had the DL experience. He wasn't DL. Trust me, he wasn't DL. Ooh, because the tea was that we... okay. Oh, nope. Nope, because then he would definitely know I'm talking about him. Oh, no. I'm sure he knows from the other stuff, but me and a friend of mine ended up, it was like, oh, you talked to him too? He was like, girl, let me tell you. I was like, girl, let me tell you. Oh, it was one of them. Let me tell you something about the gays. Like, even the masculine ones, don't let them fool you with that, oh, we're not messy and shit. Motherfucker, you get on the phone and talk to your boys all the time about that person you just smashed. Y'all do the same thing that all the sissies and all the rest of them girls do. So don't even take them little titles of masculinity and femininity together and believe that you have something there. Everybody gossips. So just be aware. That's why when I'm dating someone, if they have a roommate, we're not dating. What's Kari's question? What's going on here? I gotta scroll back. I see we'll get him ready to fight. Am I missing it? What was the question? Well, Orphic, I'll answer that when I saw that. Do you think you settled for him because you couldn't find something better in Texas? To be honest with you, I'll be real. I was stigmatized because the first time he put it down, y'all, it was right with God. And so he was also very, very fucking sweet. And I didn't have to go through this entire like crazy spell with him. And it was very, was it Todrick? No. Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. Stop it. No. I have never even met Todrick Hall. Girl, stop. I have never met that man. Don't you do it. No, ma'am. But yeah, but real tea, it was some good pain. It was good. It was good. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna lie about it. It was great, and I'm sure if he hears this, he's probably like, "Well, thank you, Matthew." It was. We've talked about it. It what now? Brother knew how to put it down, and I love somebody that know how to put it down, who was also tender with the touch. Now he may have been rude to me on other stuff, but when it came down to the level of it's time to go back there, now they treated it right. They treated it right, and that I was appreciative of. He was big, but not grotesquely big, and was very nice, almost very Tumblr page ready type of tease. It was beautiful. Not even gonna lie, it was beautiful. Um, but anywho, that was the reason why I kind of like got caught up with him, and then at the same time, he was, even though a person who was kind of mean to me, bottom. Um, Even though he was a person who was kind of mean to me, I heard from him consistently every day versus other people who I was talking to. He talked to me every day. We were on the phone every day. He was over every other day. It was like a thing we were doing. So I think because it was consistency, I was like in it. But then when I started to feel like everything was so negative about him, that just it took it away, and it just wasn't gonna work. But I also have to be honest with you guys about something else with me that I can fix myself, because I can give you situations where somebody else was the person, but I can tell you what was wrong with me. I, in relationships, have an attitude problem. I also can have that problem in my own friendships. It's the truth. I can have an attitude problem. If something's not going well, or something's fucked up, or something's just, it just is not sitting right, girl, it's hard for me to just be cool with it and be like, whatever. And it gets mistaken, excuse me, let's not say, let's just be very, very real. I'll then have an attitude about the whole thing. And it'll be very hard for me to not get out of that bad funk. And that has caused me to be broken up with. I've lost relationships. I've lost friendships. Honestly, my attitude, okay? I have a bad attitude sometimes. When shit's bullshit to me, it can be all over my face. I think personally I've gotten better at this attitude. I don't think I have as much of an attitude as I had before. I do still believe, though, that it is something that I need to constantly check on whenever I'm dating somebody, because personally, I'm like I say, I'm ready to be already talking about living with somebody, like babies, like marriage. I'm in that place in my zone. I'm 32, honey. I'm like, I'm ready to start doing something serious, girl, because hooking up ain't it, girl. I'm going to tell you this right now, child. I have been catfished too many times. I have met people who are not the age they're supposed to be. I have met people who are assholes. I have met people who almost got you into a orgy and was like, girl, I did not sign up for that. I got to run out the door and shit. I've had to get in a car and run, Miss Thing. I've almost been robbed before. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of friends, Mark. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that my attitude's like the worst thing ever. I know people with way worse attitudes than me. I'm just saying that in the past, there have been people who have given me that much, but they also were dicks too. Let's be real. Girl, okay, so this one time, dating story. This one time I was gonna go meet up with this guy, and he was living like in the hood and shit. And I was driving my Nissan Murano when I used to have this nice little car. It was burgundy and stuff. And I was gonna go meet up with him and, say like, hey, what's up? What's up? So I get there, and it's this apartment, and it's I mean, ring a ding ding. I'm in Fifth Ward, Houston, Texas. So it was down dirty. It was the dumps. When I tell you 3 people got in front of my car and 4 people got behind me, and I was like, oh my God. And when I saw this man pull his gun and then tap on my window, bitch, I hit reverse. I hit reverse. Girl, I have never booked it so fast in my entire life. I sure did, and I didn't care. I sure did. Ran over them. Ran them over. Ran them over, Alicia, but guess what? They got up, and I was chased, even though that car of mine was. Listen, it was a dirt path. So imagine the street. Oh snap! I like went to take a breath to say something, and I got like a bubble in my throat. Oh my God! So imagine the street like right here, and then the apartment's over here, right? And it's like a dirt kind of like pebbly path up and shit, just to like roll in there. So when you get off the road, it's like a dirt road going up into the apartment. It was just shitty. But I didn't care where he lived. I was just trying to see who the trade was. But no, it was a fake account, and they were trying to rob me. And apparently it had been going on for quite some time. But nobody was reporting it. Now today, you hear about it all the time. This happened to me in like 2009, 2008. Not even 2009. This was like '08. Yeah, this was like '08. This is 10 years ago, not 11 years ago. Nobody is talking about that. So when I see shit today, I'm just like, girl, been there. And that's really what I have to say to that. And this is dating. This is dating on apps. I'm like, girl, been there. You got to, don't get out the car next time. I ran over 3 people and drove my ass off, and they got up, bitch, and they were ready to get me. Shot at the car and everything. Boom, 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 all that. Drove off. I had never went in that area ever again. Lies. I went back over there maybe like 6 years later, but I had a whole nother car, and it wasn't on that same street. Because where I went to was like, girl, no. But yeah, you have to be careful with dating apps. So again, if my story can tell you something, and if the stories that you see online everywhere else, like Jamar would tell me all the time, you didn't FaceTime him? Jamar, you didn't FaceTime him? You didn't get the full number? You didn't get his name. Did you get this? Did you get that? That's how Jamar always does it. Did you get this? Did you get that? Did you get this? Did you get that? Da, 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 da. You just go through the whole thing. But again, that happened to me a long time ago. That was what, 11 years ago, 32. So I was 22, young and wanting things inside of me. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Because, that's what people do. They just get so quick to wanting a nut. And that's so sad to say, but it's the truth. You just want that satisfaction. So you're not thinking consciously. Like, okay, so what is their name? I listen to some K-pop, not all K-pop, because I will be very honest with you. I can't listen to a lot of songs where I don't understand what everybody's saying. And that's nothing against anybody who likes K-pop, but I can't even sing it back to you. But there's a song by, I think, called Twice. Is that what it's called? I wanna know, no, 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 what is love? I listen to that shit every day. Every fucking day. Every day. Every day that song plays. Na 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 na. Ooh, na na na. See, I don't know the words, but it's like the most catchy fucking song ever. I wanna know, no, 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 what is love? Oh yeah, oh sorry. If y'all know what song that is, then you know what I'm talking about. I wanna know now, what is love? I listen to it every day. It's such a good song. Okay. Oh, yeah, question time. Yeah, we can do question time. So, we talked a little bit about dating. We did a little drama. We did a little bit of stuff like that. Remember, just be careful with dating apps, everybody. Know who the fuck you're talking to. Don't settle for less. Don't be a person to sit there and go, well, girl, you know, he ain't gonna do all that, but he's fine, so let's just roll it on through. Bitch, if he ain't gonna give you what you need to get the fuck on, okay? We had some tea on a season 11 girl and apparently some unprofessionalism. And we talked about a bunch of other stuff. So, question time. If you want to donate to the channel, paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App, $Matty Rants. All right, so let's see here. So a friend at work decided that they wanted to snap at me in front of coworkers that I don't fuck with. Am I wrong for not wanting to accept her apology? You're not wrong for not wanting to accept it because that's your choice to accept the apology or not. It'd be good of you to accept the apology, but you don't have to do anything. You're a grown woman. If you didn't feel the apology was genuine, then go fuck herself. But it's always nice to accept an apology. And you also can do that in a public setting like that, Miss Kari, when you know people are watching, because whether you believe the apology or not, it looks good on your character. However, I can feel you in the same situation, like, bitch, anywho, fuck her. Girl, they was trying to get my car, they was trying to get my wallet, they was trying to get anything. They were trying to rob me, honey. But they ain't get me. Because, bitch, I was ready to... Who? I'm not losing this vehicle and my wallet. And they're like, well, Matt, well, you just let them have it. No, I just run them over. They were trying to rob out for me. Hello? Like, what are you talking about? They were trying to rob me. That's illegal. So, well, negative to negative, girl. Oh, my goodness. Did y'all see Jake Yoncé's video on the trendy Tuck and Murray and I forget what the other man's name is. That's why I don't do fake apologies. If I don't have an apology for you, then I don't have an apology for you. I'm not gonna make up one. I'm sorry so everyone feels better. No, I was mad at the moment and I was pissed off. No, what I will apologize for is how I affected this entire office with my anger over you. I'll apologize to all these other motherfuckers. I ain't apologizing to you. Now that part, but well, I mean, that was the gag, honestly. In real tea, to know that they rolled up to him and was like, well, girl, we'll give you stuff to post. I was honestly proud of him in that moment, Car. I was like, good for you, Jake. Because that would have been like, girl, you want me to do what? Oh, no. No. That would have been very bad. Very bad if he did that. So that was good for him. Oh, do you miss the 90s? Kinda, but then in the 90s, I used to get made fun of a lot. So if I was an adult now in the 90s, maybe I would have liked it, but not really. I just miss cartoons from the 90s. Scariest paranormal activity experience, Maddie. Oh, I drove by a house that's haunted in Woodlands, Texas, where a guy killed himself after his son killed himself in front of a bunch of people in the playground. And as we drove by the house, we didn't see anything in the window, but there was a loud scream in my car. And I had to like pull over and get out my car and like fully have a panic attack. So yeah, that was a very scary moment. It really happened. My friend Jock Branch was in the car with me. We went to school together. We were driving that E420 Mercedes, child, and girl, I have never been so scared in my entire life. Oh, and there was another time too. After I saw The Ring, me and my date, because it was homecoming, and we went to homecoming. Was like, fuck homecoming, let's go to the movies. We went and saw The Ring, and after we saw that, the car stopped on the way home, and for no reason. And I turned it back on, and there was some woman crawling on the ground in front of the car, and my date saw it too, so I knew I wasn't crazy. She was like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, "No, bitch, what the fuck was that?" And she was like, "Matt, I didn't see that. No, 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 I didn't see that." I'm like, "Yeah, you did. This little girl, wasn't it?" She's like, "Yes, bitch," and it was crawling, like as if we had stayed just a little bit longer. I was like, "Girl, I don't even know what was gonna happen." So I don't play with stuff like that either. I went home. I prayed. Waylon, I see your question. I'm about to answer that in just a second. I prayed. I sat over with my mother. Girl, I don't play with that stuff. I'm like, no, ma'am. Waylon, so Maddie, me and my boyfriend has been dating for a while. I thought y'all just got, wait, Waylon, what's a while? Because you told me on Instagram that y'all just got together or some kind of thing like that. I need to know what a while is. Now, we were talking about taking things to the next level. I know sex is important in a relationship, but I'm a little nervous. What should I do? Well, I know you're young. From my understanding, you're 19, if I'm correct. So sex is important. I think that if you both are going to have that or do that, me being the adult and me wanting to help you, I would say you need to go possibly to a clinic and both get tested prior to, just to be safe, so you both know your statuses, and then also get some education that way so you know what you're getting yourself into, and that way you'll be able to have some sort of knowledge in your minds prior to you having sex and taking it to that next step. So do yourself that favor before you just go in and just do something. Get tested together if you and your boyfriend are serious, and get some knowledge on that. Like do something of that sort. But yeah, you're asking that question to me, and I'm kind of like, honey, I just jumped into that. I didn't have anybody like walk me through those steps. It just was go for it and see what happens, and then after that you find out the tea and you're like, oh my god, let me figure out what should I do, and then you're like, oh, I passed, I'm fine, and then it's like, okay. But I would suggest, y'all like do that together. Like just do it together. And it'll help you have some knowledge, because for me, I feel like you may not have ever had sex in your life. And if you haven't, God bless you. And that's why I suggest you really go ahead and do those things, because you need to be aware of what's out there in this world, honey. Okay? Girl, you can sit on a toilet seat and wake up and have a whole demon inside you the next day, bitch. And I ain't talking about that Chipotle, bitch, you ate either. Condoms. Prep. There's a lot of things going on. Condoms. Prep. Prep. Condoms. There, you have options. Bitch, they've already started releasing reports that HIV is being cured in several different countries, which we all know it's already been cured for many years now, but they're not trying to release that shit because that's money, and they gotta lose out on all the other shit. But to me, I'm like, girl, if you had that and you released it, you actually be making more money, to be honest with you. Like, if you really thought about it, because people would then be willy-nilly just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Isn't that crazy to think that if you were to release something that would cure something like HIV, and you're saying we can't do that because that's going to fuck our money up? It's like, bitch, that would help, girl, because then everybody would just do what the fuck they wanted to do. And the moment you contracted something, girl, go take what you need to take and go about your business. Real talk, because that's what they do now. When you get a headache, what do? You pop an Advil. You go find yourself some Tylenol. For those of you who depend on pills and do stuff like that. Your mind goes to places. I don't feel good. I need NyQuil to get me to sleep. There's a bump on my stump. Get the medicine for that. Oh, girl, I went to the clinic, girl. They got a free thing for that. They cured you for that. I swear to God. Heath, I used to, I went to McCullough. I used to go to McCullough. I went to Woodlands High for like ninth grade. Yeah, it was like McCullough back then. And I went to Knox Junior High in Wilkerson. Yeah. I've spent I've spent a lot of time in the Woodlands, yeah. And then I spent a lot of time in Spring, and then of course Houston, and then Baytown, Pearland, Sugarland, Katy, every part of Texas in Houston you could think of, girl, I lived there. I lived there. Ooh. Did someone say pizza? Can someone send me pizza love? Donate to the channel. Cash App Matty Rants. Oh, I fucked it up. No, I fucked up. It's Cash App $ Matty Rants. There we go. And then paypal.me/Matty Rants. There's a pizza place I want to go to, y'all, but they're expensive. And it makes me feel sad because I really want to go. But can I tell you how much a pizza is? $20 for one. It doesn't matter any topping you can get on it. They're all $20. It's a specialty place that I keep walking past it. And I'm like, girl, I really, really, really want this pizza. I really want it. And it's big, girl. No, it's like, it's New York style. It's huge. Okay, so, and then they use like they use all like farm raised ingredients. Nothing's vegan in there, nothing like that, but everything's farm raised. They like get shit like locally and stuff. Dark every time I walk by. The salads look, girl, the salads. Oh. I've had a pizza fix lately because I was on a taco thing for a little bit, and the taco thing's been kind of like killing me. So pizza's been my new love, but there's a pizza place I normally go to that's like super cheap, $6.50 for a large cheese or like a large pepperoni. I don't like it as much anymore though because it's starting to taste like Little Caesars. And no shade, Little Caesars, because if you've ever wanted to sponsor me, here I am. Here I am. Yeah, if you ever want to sponsor me, Little Caesars, I'm there, bitch. Because low key, on a good day, honey, if I want to spend $5, I'm going to come over there and get you a motherfucking ready to go pizza, bitch. However, and now I'm going to tell you the pizza place that I go to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a California thing. I don't know if they're anywhere else in any other region, but it's called Piara Pizza. It's Piara. P like Paul, I like igloo, A like apple, R like Robert, A like apple. I think that's, I don't know if, I'm going to sound ignorant as hell, and forgive me, Jesus. I'm asking for forgiveness. I don't know if that's pizza in Spanish, so it means pizza, like Piara Pizza or whatever. I really should have just looked that up before I even had this conversation with y'all, but here I am just giving you me right now. I'm having this moment because I'm talking about food, and you see how this is becoming this got real. You got real? Oh, girl, got real. Pizza is pizza in Spanish. Well, I'll be damned. Really? I feel stupid. Hey, Stephanie in Scotland. Ooh, girl, almost went somewhere. You felt that last little land part of it come out? Low-key, I have Irish in my blood, so. Let's see here. Doesn't change in Spanish. Really? So if I ever went to Mexico, I'd never have an issue getting pizza. This is good. I can say queso pizza, or is it pizza queso? That's the question I always ask. And every time I go to the taqueria spot, I always ask her. I have a lot in me, girl. My 21andMe is very deep. It's a lot of Africa. It's a lot of islands. It's a lot of Europe too. But it's more specifically like Africa, islands, and then there's like very different regions of Europe that are interesting, and a lot of Native American. So, no, just African, but grew up in London. Just Ghanaian most. Oh, okay. Oh, girl, I have Ghana in my blood. Miss Thing, what's up? Arrow. Sorry, my 21andMe revealed I have like 13% Ghana, and I was like, get out of here. So I live for that. So I am a part of you in a very small portion. I'm a part of you in a very small portion. We're related in some way. Oh, and Cameroon was the other one. Y'all remember that? I had a whole live about it. I was geeked. I was like, bitch, I'm related to BB. Cameroon, bitch, I live. Cameroon. Cameroon. It was Ghana, Cameroon, and some other one. I can't remember. It was kind of cool. But I was like, yes, Beeb. I was like, bitch, Beeb is my sis. I just felt like that one girl called Woe Vicky who found out she had 2% black in her body, and she was like, I am a full-blown N-word. I'm not a fan of that little girl. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not even going to front. Ooh, my lips are dry, child. Let me get a little chat. Talking too much. Oh, talking too much. I need a little lip chat. Ooh. Come on, get in them corners. A little lip chat. There we go. But yeah, the pizza's $20. That was the whole point of this whole entire thing. And every time I pass by it, and it's not far. That's the best part about it. It's not far. I can walk. Every time I go by there, I'm just like. So yeah. Ooh. Quan, I'm gonna get to that in just a second because you asked something earlier and I want to answer that. What do I do to deal with loneliness? Loneliness is definitely something that can consume you and take control and cause depression like a motherfucker. Anxiety too, and also have you lashing out on other people. How I deal with it is simply this. Video games, video games, video games. You want to know what else too? Y'all. Honestly, I have y'all. I really do. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm getting a little emotional every time I talk about this, but I have you guys. When I feel lonely sometimes, and there have been lives I've just gotten on and I've just been just talking or whatever, that may be a moment where I'm just like, you know what? I don't have anybody to talk to right now and I want to talk to my people. Let me think of a topic and throw something out there. So, video games, YouTube, movies, food. But I don't eat out of loneliness. I kind of just enjoy food. Like, bitch, let me have a pizza. I'll do a happy dance. But yeah. Yeah. Definitely coming on here and talking to y'all and just doing this this is literally one of the things I get up in the morning to do. Thinking about y'all. So it's a big deal. So yeah. Hearts to y'all. But that's a true answer to that one too. I'm not even sugarcoating that shit. That's for realsies. For realsies. A pizza shimmy. Oh, speaking of which, I was talking to my good friend Alexander Diane Rogers yesterday. That's right, my good friend Alexander Rogers of Alexander Rogers and Company, who on YouTube, you know him for Pop Roast and the Allegedly Show with C. Diggy One. Speaking of which, C. Diggy One was out there in Bangkok, not enjoying Bangkok. I almost said a joke about Bangkok, but I'm sure he doesn't get his Bangkoked or cock banged. I don't know. But I'm jealous, and I told him next time you go on a trip, you need to let me know. He said, I'm down, so bitch, let me find out when Chris going on the next trip, girl. I'm going with him, so y'all know today. But Alex is also another person who I can call and talk to when I'm not feeling like my best, and honey, everything gets repositioned. And I think that I do the same for Alex sometimes too, because Alex will call me and ask me things and be like, what do you think, bitch? And I'll be like, and then they'd be like, thank you. And it's like, yeah, because that's my boy, that's my friend, and I love him to death. So that's why every time when someone's like, oh, Matt, you're trying to do this with Alex, I'm like, girl, that's my friend. Please don't do that. Like, we met outside of YouTube, and we got to know each other and was like, bitch, oh, we're Judy's now, forever. Yeah, okay, cool. So, I love it. It's great. Okay, here we go. How do you feel about the N-word being used by Black people? Um, it's a tough conversation to say because honestly, as a Black person like me, I don't find myself using it in conversations as much as I used to back in like I guess like the early 2000s and 20s or whatnot, because it was more so a thing that we in the black community use just to describe each other, and it never was taken in an ignorant way. It didn't become ignorant until people who listened to music by, say, black artists started saying the N-word and being like, well, I'm not meaning it in that way. And then, it then trickled down to other places. So for me now, if I hear it, I'm not bothered, but it depends on like just how it's being used at this point. But I don't prefer it. It doesn't make me cringe, but I rather hear someone black say it than someone who's not black say it. But I just don't like the word. I mean, there's other words we could use for anything and everything, honestly. But at the same time, we took that word and we put power in it. And then it got taken away because people wanted to make their own thing too and say that power was theirs as well. And it was never theirs to say the powers was theirs. It was always ours. Yeah, there we go. That's how I feel about it. But now it's something where it's like, well, you know what? If you want to take it, then it shouldn't even be said, period. Zachary, I'm going to put that on pause. I'm going to come back to you. Do you like the new Pokemon starters? I do. Except for the bunny. The bunny looks weird. Maddie, I just want to say thank you. Say that you are my role model and inspiration. My question is, where do your strength and courage come from when you're feeling down? It comes from me knowing I got to get up in the morning and make fucking life happen. That's where it comes from. I'm gonna be honest with you. I read a book called The 4 Agreements. It changed my life. I suggest anybody else who's having issues with self-confidence in themselves read that book, and as well as get a power for yourself. It helped me out a lot. But that book taught me to get up every morning and just be like, you know what? Shit is not going right. Things may not be on. You may owe money. You may need all this stuff happening, but bitch, you have shit to do. Hey, Nick, you have shit to do. So if you're not ready for this, then you need to just stop whatever you're doing. But I'm ready for it. So I get the fuck up in the morning and I make shit happen. Right, Kiki? It's like not every day. You wouldn't say that, like, black people, us as black people don't even say it every day now. It's like, it may be like, nigga, like, when you like talking to someone about some bullshit, like, oh, bitch, like, you're doing something like that, but it would never be like, ooh, I'm so happy someone asked that question because I can merge Drag Race into this. Oh my God. Oh, Quan, girl. I'm so glad someone asked that because I can merge Drag Race. Because I can get to the Vixen on Hey Queen, and I can get to Eureka saying that name that someone told her to say and how it sounded like her saying the N-word. Oh, yes, I can now speak on this. But before I do that, there were other questions, and I want to make sure that I answer these appropriately before I get to that. Chi-Chi. Have you seen Climax by Gaspar Noé? Your opinion as a dancer, if you have. I haven't seen it. Chi-Chi, send me a link and send me something on some, you know where to find the girl. Just send me something. I'm gonna look at it. I'll get an opinion the next time we do a live. Ooh, and then remember tomorrow, everybody, it's Drag Race Day. That's Thursday. Remind yourselves, we're going to be live on Instagram at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Live streaming with Instagram with me and Jamar84. We're doing Drag Race, girls. Don't forget it. Okay. I feel like I have something in my nose. Ooh, felt like it. We're going to lean this way because I don't know if it's peaking or not, girl. And if it is, I apologize for the camera. But we're going to lean down like this the rest of the show. Should someone who's just started their college experience and figure out what they want to do in their friendship just aren't enough to combat their loneliness? Well, the thing is, honey, sometimes that could be just you in your own internal self, allowing yourself to not fully grasp the friendship or the or you're just not reciprocating, not reciprocate, excuse me, you're not receiving what another person is giving you because of what you're going through, and that's fine. It will only be on Instagram, Chuck, because I can't stream it on YouTube for obvious reasons, because them hoes would, girl, this channel would be shut down. I can do it on Instagram because I'm talking in the background and they don't have that much of a problem with it because they only save an hour of the video, and because I don't keep it up, they don't trip on me. They used to. When I used to save it, that shit used to be taken down quick. Quick. But yeah, I have to do it on Instagram. But yeah, so back to this thing here. I know a lot of people who are introverts who I'm friends with who I may not even hear from for a year or so. And I respect them still because of who they are, okay? So don't think that your loneliness is something that's driving you away from having friendships. You just may need to just focus on yourself for a second. So that way, when you have a friendship that's going to be lasting and true, you can really accept the love in that friendship that they have with you, and you can reciprocate it back. That part I would say. Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, be there tomorrow, girl, because you know I'm going to be on, honey. Where am I at with this? Oh, the N-word, the vixen, Eureka, in this conversation. Rufus, what are you doing? I can hear you back there breathing on your nuts. If y'all like to donate to your host with the most here, please. That's paypal.me/Matty Rants. Cash App $Matty Rants. I just totally scratched myself. Ow. Chuck, listen. Look, baby, you're not the only one. There's at least 7 other people who have directly inboxed me saying, Matt, I'm only on Instagram just so I can watch you. I was like, girl, thank you. Trust me. You don't get caught in the bubble, but come on over for me. I love you. Speaking of which, if I have enough money this weekend, I'm going to go see Us and Captain Marvel, and I'm going to get a review done. So be on the lookout for that as well. I'm going to be working on that. If I get enough money this weekend, I will go see both films and do a review. You better hide Rufus from Shane Dawson. That was a rumor, and it was okay. This relates to what we have to talk about. So basically, the situation was that someone asked Eureka to say a name on Instagram Live. The name itself is a first and a last name. If you say it fast enough, or you know if someone speaks in a certain kind of tone or a certain accent, you can manipulate it to saying something else. The first name was Nick. The last name, we don't even have to go anywhere further with that. Someone asked her to say it, and she said it quickly, and it sounded just like the N-word. But I can tell you now, and y'all know I have read her into oblivion. I've had to make an apology video about it. I have done the most. I've been one of the main people, I feel like, who's just not been on her team. But I'll tell you this right now, I'm not here for that bullshit. What they did to Eureka was not fucking cool. You baited her into something she's already dealing with. Not okay. Not okay. And you want to know what else, Kiki, and something else too? Let me tell y'all something else. Too. Do y'all remember who in here was in my live when someone was asking me to say a food? They kept on asking me, Matthew, can you say this? Can you say this? Can you say this? Y'all know what the food was. I'm not going to say what it is because I feel like if I say it now, I will have given what they wanted. But I never said it because I know what that shit is. You can make shit blend together and make it sound like something. Easier that way so you can fuck somebody up. Alicia, I haven't seen them in the room since I addressed that. I never said nothing the entire time. I kept letting it go. And I finally addressed it. And when I did, and I was like, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to do all that. I've never seen them again. I'm not a fucking fool, okay? So I wish Eureka had in that moment been like, read it a little clearer, girl. And as a matter of fact, when someone's like, just say, I don't get it either, Kari, but I don't want to get it. Do you understand me? I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it. Because if I say it and all of a sudden a penis gets inserted in my mouth in some video, I'm going to be hot. So they made her say the word, I don't want to get it. I don't want to. I don't even want to know what it could be. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Like, it's probably some hate. It would probably be turned into something very hateful or very like, body shameful type of thing. I can see it now. But she basically got fired from some gig because of the whole situation, even after explaining what really happened. But she was already under fire for other things with Martin Luther King Day and all that type of stuff. And now, in the middle of all this, Rufus, I hear you licking your nuts underneath me. Go on somewhere, dog. Go on somewhere. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh. Well, then the vixen gets on Hey Queen. She looked good, by the way. I was here for her look. I didn't watch the interview. I wasn't interested in it. I wanted to see look at her. Look at her. Shout out to Johnny McGovern, and Lady Red Couture. I'm a fan of the show. Bitch, if y'all ever have a hot topic segment or whatever, and you're all in, if you're filming in LA, look at me. I will be on the show. I'll come on, honey. I'll cut the fuck up. All tea. I will cut up. If you need me to fly out to Buddy Pass me, and I'll be out there as well. Either way. The vixen was on. I saw her look at her. I don't, honestly, Lenny, I'm going to be very real with you. I don't know if I really am. I have respect, but I think I'm no longer interested. Honestly, I have respect for what they're doing, but I think I am no longer interested. And it's not to say anything with their drag or anything with them. It's like if I see them on TV, cool. But I don't want to actively seek out and look for more information anymore. The look at her is what I got to. And what I saw and what I got mad about was the whole, I have an issue with her being the elephant queen because elephants are from Africa. They are. Elephants are from Africa? Elephants are solely an African animal. Only in Africa. Elephants. You, gone to school, Miss Thing. Elephants. Only in Africa. Girl, when I said... Girls, Asia, girl, hold on. You don't have to say India. Just say Asia, a fucking continent. Because she gave a continent. Give the other continent. Please, you dumb bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't like that girl, fine. But for you to even bring that up, it was like, you just wanted to dig. You wanted one shot. You wanted one shot, sis. You wanted one shot. All you had to say was, can we talk about something else? Because I think I've given enough of that online, on the television show, and all that. And I would have been like, thank you. Because in reality, we all know you don't like each other, and that's never going to change. But when she had to bring up, I just don't like her calling herself the elephant queen because elephants are in Africa. Yeah, it's a joke. Duh, Grayscale, we get it. It's a joke. It's a joke. I got it. But no, it wasn't. She was dead ass. It wasn't a joke. If it was a joke, it would have been a better one. Because, like, come on now. I don't know. Again, I respect what she does. I love what she does with Black Girl Magic. I think that's fucking everything. Honey, if I'm in Chicago, I will go to the show and I will pay my money. Absolutely. I support her in that. I do. But when it comes to opinions, when it comes to certain things and this, that, and the natures, I'm no longer interested. It's just like Azalea Banks. I want to hear her music. When she releases some shit, I am there. I'm hearing your songs, girl. But the moment you get on Twitter and it starts with the boop, 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 it's like, I don't want to hear it. I'll just wait for your music. I'll just wait. I'll just wait for the song to drop. Honestly. So she can say I'm not supporting her. Girl, low key, I'm giving coin by purchasing your music. I'm just not going to. Child, there is some tea on something to. I don't think it has anything to directly to do with her, but maybe her management team and somebody I know. But I'm not going to get into that today because I don't have full details on that just yet, and I'm not the person to be spilling gossip like that. But if I did, ooh, bitch, the story I got for you. But just know that there may be one in a few months if shit doesn't get handled properly, because it's not getting handled properly. But no, I like her again, and her music is dope. But I just don't personal stuff. No, ma'am. He already did make a video about it. Well, what the Vixen comment? Oh no. Oh, the Vixen comment. Yeah, nah, she was dead ass. I hate to be the one. We'll have to disagree to agree on that one. And I understand where you're coming from, but I'm like, nah, she was dead ass. That was her way of being like, well, if they're from Africa, it's like, girl, no. Then make a better joke then, and you could have used something completely different with privilege. Anything else but that part right there just made you look stupid. That was my issue with that one. I was like, girl, anything but that. Anything but that. Um, but yeah, that's the other thing too that is about to happen in this upcoming episode. The first 10 minutes, um, child, he's been posting them videos every 5 minutes. I gotta give it to him. But then again, he's got a lot of material to work with though. Or if it like, bitch, every other day. Every other day, there's tea. Jesse, were you not here in the beginning? In the beginning of the video, the tea that I had was about Ariel Versace apparently getting pissed drunk at this porn star event that they were talking about on Race Chasers. But on Race Chasers, they didn't give you the name of the person. They had somebody come on and they muffled their voice up and they did a bunch of shit. I researched after that and was like, well, who are they talking about? Got to Reddit, and Reddit allegedly reported that it was Ariel Versace. So allegedly that was her. But they're saying that allegedly Delta was the one that spilled the beans, and that also there were other queens there that could confirm it, like Morgan McMichaels, Mayhem Miller, and Mariah Balenciaga. That's the tea. Yeah. So he'll probably get a video of that up very soon. I'm sure he's on it. If not, bitch, I might need to send him a message because I'm not gonna do a video. Like, Jake, here you go. This is gonna be good. Let's see here. Listen, honey, people talk about what I do. So I can't be like, well, he does this. I can't do that no more. He has his platform. That's what he does. I actually watch the videos and, I'm like, okay, this is good. So I can't get into that drama because to me, there is none. And if Jake, you're watching this and the person who are watching this, there is none. And like I said, y'all can go to his page for tea because I can't do that. Ooh, that part, Jesse. The OnlyFans account. The OnlyFans account. Yeah, Brand, I'm just not this year and forever and for the rest. They said this about you, Matty. That's unfortunate to hear. Because I am not doing these fighting on YouTube shit anymore. And the thing about it is that that's a lot of what's going on with a lot of these other YouTubers on different platformers with not just Drag Race, but like makeup artists and stuff like that. Really? We're going to be argumentative the entire, this is how we get our money? No, no. Because if that's the case, I should already be loaded by now. All the shit I've said. For free. No way. And besides that, he is a young man with his hustle. And I'm a young man with my hustle too. I'm a little older than the young man, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not sorry for my true feelings, Spanky, but at the same time, you have to be, girl, please. I, I'm not going to lose a job over my feelings. I'm not going to lose my channel over feelings, mama. You hear me? Like, I'm not going to lose this over feelings. So that way, when I lose it, y'all can go, well, you know what? Matty was still himself. But I won't have anything to share and do anything with. You feel me? Like, that's where I want these people to stop. It's like, y'all are fucking your shit up by trying to fight everybody. Somebody got on a live, I'm not gonna say who it was about recently. I know who the person, if they're watching this, is gonna be like, ooh, I know who Maddie's talking about. But someone baited them into asking them a question about someone who they knew. And what they did was they spilled a bunch of unnecessary information that the public didn't need to know about said person. It didn't add anything to the story, but it was mess. And now people knew something that they didn't need to know about that person. And again, nothing to be harmful, but it didn't add to anything. And now there's an issue because you've said something that didn't need to be said. And now those people aren't talking anymore. Weren't talking in the first place, but you know, it's definitely going to be there. I know y'all love drama. It's good. I love drama too. Don't create it though. Don't come over here creating it. And I get it. Sometimes we want to be like, Matt, how do you feel? Spanky, you know that's my now sis. That's my now sis face. That's my from love face where I'm like, what are y'all doing? Because if I had children, they get that same face. If I had my own little brothers in front of me, or my sister who's only 18 months younger than me, or my 18-month older brother than me, I'd have that, what are you doing face? Because it's like, don't, let's not go there. No, I can't tell. I'm not going to say who it is because I've been sworn to secrecy, but it is between some YouTubers. Can't say that. But somebody baited them into a conversation and they took the bait, and they're too grown to be doing stuff like that. And it's like, come on now. And I know people want to get in the drama biz, but you got to be able to have actual drama, not stuff that you created off of past experiences to then give people an idea of thinking that they were a part of that whole scenario when they didn't even know what the setup looked like. You can't read me if you don't know what my bathroom looks like. I need that on a t-shirt. I need it on a t-shirt. I need it on a t-shirt. You can't read me if you don't know what my bathroom looks like. Oh my God. Someone remind me of that later. I'll make that in Teespring. Oh, he did? Boom. There you go. Come on. See? He on it. Because that's what his channel is, Nick. And that's why I give him respect. Because I'm like, girl, he's working, though. He working. But yeah. You can't read nobody. Don't know what my bathroom looks like. How you going to read somebody you don't know what I wipe my ass with? Please, bitch. Oh. Noah's Ark is on YouTube. I am aware. I've had people send me the entire list of everything and all that type of stuff. I've gotten through it. Please don't send it to me again. I've already seen it. I'm not going to do a review on it. It came out so long ago, and I'm also going to address this because other people have asked me this as well, and I feel like it's time to do that. But also, Nick, for me, I need to be a supporter of what he's doing because I'm on the same network and platform as him. Who am I to be a person in the same box, 7 letters, YOUTUBE, to be in his shit and telling him, girl, I don't like it because you do all that type of stuff. Fuck me and fuck anything for thinking that. Do you, bitch. Get your money and get your coins. Support each other, support all of us. That's how we need to be. So, movie bitches, Danny TV, everybody else who do Drag Race reviews, Jimmy, well, you already know I love Jimmy. Slay all y'all. All y'all slay. All y'all do it. Because we all got to make a coin. We all got to do something some kind of way. And this is what we love to do. So bow. Now, if y'all don't like them, that's on y'all. But me personally, yeah, there will be a day I'm going to have to be in a room with all these people. I know it. I have already seen it in my future. I will have to be in a room one of these days. And the conversation I'm not going to have is, well, you know, you said about that. Nope. Because that's not how we're going to do that. It's going to be love, love, love. Now, let's talk about the shade that happened, what we talk about, like, with the fans. And that's what we do. So, I'm dead ass on that. And I want us to have a DragCon panel together because we need to have a DragCon panel together. Can you imagine? Soju would be the host. Soju would be the host. Like, if you're going to go there, shot with Soju, and it would be the YouTube panelists. And she'd have all the YouTube panelists up there, like me, Jake Yoncé's there for drama, me and Jamar 84 are there for the reviews and the tea. Jimmy Pink has her, you know, Jimmy Pink with the T-Birds and ladies in that section because Jimmy Pink's very real and authentic with her stuff. You know, you'd have to do it by categories and sections, like duos, drama, realism, and then go into movie bitches that have been doing it, you know, sort of like a light perspective, and then just blend it together. And then everyone has their point in what they talk about. It'd be cool. And I might not even have the full panel together, but I would love to be a part of something like that and to be able to talk to other people about my experiences on YouTube and what would be different between them and what we are trying to bring to this channel on this page that is so amazing that you guys love. So that's just me and my whole take on it. But, you know. That's just me on it. That's just me on it. I love how someone's FaceTiming me and they're not calling me. Hold on. I'm on a live video right now. What's up? If y'all want to donate to the channel, paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App $Matty Rants. Thank you, Alicia. You're running this on a good time schedule, girl. Sometimes I just see it. I'm like, oh, it reminds me to say it. But yeah. Well, if it's TanaCon, it would totally, Nick, you want to talk about that Grindr screenshot? Okay. A couple of you have been in my inbox. On my Grindr, I said it, yes, I have it. And on my Jacked, yes, I said it, yes, I have it. Let's just be real. I'm not going to be bullshitting y'all. You've been in my inbox. Some of you have tried to bait me into sharing my nudes. I've had that happen. I've had somebody try to bait me into it. And then when I cussed him out because he asked me for it, he made a new profile and was like, I'm actually a fan of yours and I'm sorry. I guess I was wrong for like trying to get in there. Yes. So it makes me want to delete my shit because I can't even have that space to like actually find someone to date seriously. But I'm aware now and I sort of pick up on clues as to who is actually trying to meet me and who is trying to just get nudes to then post online of me. By the way, my butt nudes, if I have any nudes at all, are brilliant. So if they ever got leaked, girl, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, that's me. No, I would actually say if it was me or not because it's my booty. You all know it's beautiful in swimwear. So if it's out of swim, oh, you think I'm gonna be mad about that? Oh, show my shit. I'll put Mr. Milan out of shame, bitch. Okay? I would put Christopher Milan to shame. Miss Thing. I ain't have no bumps up in my rump. My shit's real. Oh my God. Allegedly. His is fake. Mine is not allegedly real. It's fucking real. Girl, all the track practices, gymnastics, football, sports. My mother and my father both got big booties. What you mean? Come on now. Where was I at? Girl, why you lying, Quan? I saw a statement from someone's OnlyFans account. This motherfucker has $154,000 in 3 months. 9 months. I was like, what did you have to do all that? Because I would love to have that in my account right now. I just can't get naked like that on camera. I can't. OnlyFans is it's like a service that people use where they can upload like stories or porn of themselves or video requests or go live in certain instances, and people pay a fee to be a part of that experience. And based on, I think, what they pay or what the level is to pay, you get more for the experience. I don't have any money in any OnlyFans account, meaning I'm not going to nobody's OnlyFans account because I already have the free shit. I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I'll go to my Vista and call it a day. And even that has locked stuff, so I'll just go to Pornhub. And even after that, I'll just go to the other stuff that you can find. Very easy. But I'm not paying for that. As a matter of fact, I'm not paying for it because half those people are on Grindr and Jacked, and half those people have hit up your boy. And girl, I'm not gonna be messy because I like to have my privacy, but I've had a few porn stars hit me up on Jacked recently, and I was like, oh my goodness. And one of them knew who I was, and I was like, oh shit, you watched the show? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh. Oh. Thought he was a bottom. Well, he's a bottom in porn. Bam, that part. But yeah, dating, dating in Los Angeles. That part. But yeah, I can't do the OnlyFans. I do know that Race Chasers has an OnlyFans, but they do it for like exclusive content. And I know I could have a Patreon account, and I actually have it already set up. I just don't have any tiers together. So I was thinking for tier levels, $1 like just for you just being a fan. $5 would be like shout outs at the end of the videos that I actually like do the editing for and stuff like that. And maybe like, I don't know, 10 could be like when I do like private dances, like when I did for Instagram where I was cutting up, and I can just do like a whole dance number, and it'd be like dance party with Matt on a special platform where I could just do it with music or whatever. So uh, maybe, I don't know. So the Insta story was a troll. What was a troll? Huh? Oh, 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 no, 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 no. Ah, I like, oh, I went way away from that question. Thank you for bringing me back. Thank you, the Delta girl. Girl, I went far. Girl, someone send me something. Get my brain back. PayPal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App, $Matty Rants. Oh my goodness, girl, I went far. Okay, no, him. All right, so I didn't clip the entire conversation. Um, what was crazy, he messaged me 6 times before that. Hey, hello, how are you? I didn't respond. Good morning, hello, how are you? Didn't respond. It was like over 2 days. He then responded this morning with hello. I didn't respond again. He probably saw me online. And then 2 hours later, he's like, the whole ugly thing. Damn, I must be ugly. Because Nick, to me, I'm like, you should take a hint. If I don't respond, I'm not interested. I certainly know that when I message people on Grindr, they don't respond to me, it's either because they didn't see it or they're not interested. So I walk away. I walk away. That way, you don't have to deal with all that, right? Okay. Instead, I politely gathered him together, as you could see. He probably was a nice guy, but I wasn't attracted to him, so let's be honest. Alicia, he probably was very nice, but I was not attracted to him. I wasn't. I know, Lex, I don't like being rejected either, bitch, I'll tell you that. But I wasn't attracted to him. So we're not gonna front this because he's nice. Ooh, a nice guy. Oh my God. Girl, get out of my fucking inbox. There's some nice, fine motherfuckers too. And you're not the one. So, skip. LOL, that's not what I meant. Well, what you mean? I'm lost. I'm like, Alicia, what you mean then? Shit. I'm lost, honey. But yeah, I gathered him politely. Now, I didn't post what he responded with. His response is very interesting. Very interesting. Is that what, yeah, Dark, Giuseppe, is that what you meant, Alicia? Pretend nice guys, like, I'm just trying to be hello. I think she means like those fake nice guys. No, I think he was actually like a very nice person. He probably was. He probably was a nice person. He probably was. I think he was a little too eager and zealous, and he also was 20. So it was kind of like, okay, girl. Yeah, he was 20. I think that was the reason why I didn't respond to him. He was 20 years old. I was like, eh. Um, okay, I feel like I'm back now. Thank you all for clarifying Alicia's words. Because I was like, what you mean, nice guy? Nice guy. Um, he said, oh my God, what is it about this people and apps that don't know how to take a joke? It was just a fucking joke. Oh, that's what's his name? Oh, what's his name? I'm trying to give you a good show that I can reference that on. Okay, do y'all remember? I think it was Jersey Shore, and someone was trying to talk to Snooki, and Snooki was like, and the guy turned around and called her all fat and ugly and shit, and was like, "Fuck you, bitch," and all that type of stuff, and then pushed her. Okay, that is that situation. Okay, got it. I know exactly what you're talking about, and yes, I've dealt with people like that before too. I've had someone who was very nice to me, and then when I was like, nah, I was called every name in the book. So, yeah, absolutely. No, he wasn't that. He was just more so. He was very, what's the word? He was insecure, and I called him on it. And then when he said it was just a joke, that just added further more to his insecurity for me. Because I'm like, what do you mean it's a joke? Who just says that as a joke? Oh, I must be ugly. That's not a joke. You said that because I didn't talk to you. You meant to do that so that you could get my attention. Stupid. Get the fuck out of here. So, mm, I am talking a storm up today. My lips are chapped. They're like, girl. Girl. Mm. So, a question that was asked, and it was, Matty, what is your type? And I can now sincerely answer that question. I can sincerely answer that question because I feel like now that I'm here, with the last few months that I've been here, from what I've seen, I'll tell you what I like. Okay. Um, I'm now in the phase of being able to say color does not matter. When I lived in the South, I always was like, I prefer to be with someone black or I prefer to be with someone of color, blah, blah, blah. I'm in LA now. That's out the door. Gone. 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 Um, I don't need you to be necessarily masculine. I have now come into that glory as well. No, I haven't. I actually have not yet dated someone white since I've been out here, and I don't think. I don't want to say that I don't think they're attracted to me, but I haven't had anybody like reactively who lives in LA that I know of that I was also like feeling it back from too. Like it just hadn't happened yet, so I'm just kind of like, yeah. Um, so for me, I don't the whole like I don't want someone to be like trying to be straight or machismo or something of that sorts. I'm okay with a little bit of it, but I don't want to date somebody. I'm not interested in drag, be very honest with you, or men who enjoy wearing women's clothes. Just being honest. Just being very honest with you. I have lately seen some things, noticed some certain things, la 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 la. I'm a person who enjoys someone who's a little bit active as far as physical fitness. So you don't have to go to the gym, but it kind of needs to look like you may want to, or you can, or you have, or you did something. Because I have a thing about athletes, because I am an athlete too. That's still in my body, it's still in my functional being, but I'm not closed off to what the athlete sounds like when they speak, or what they like, I guess, carry, or how they carry themselves in general. So I'm a little bit more open minded to when people talk to me, because there was a guy who I met a while ago who, when you heard him, you'd be like, oh, he's gay. But he was a man in that goddamn bedroom. He was a man in that bedroom. I got made you like rethink the entire thing, right? So for me, I just like someone who's like very interested in sports, activities, outdoors, stuff like that, because I like doing stuff like that and I'm a bit of an explorer. So I don't want to be with somebody who wants to sit in the house all day, every day. Now, there are going to be days like that where I'm like, let's just chill. But I also want someone who's like, well, okay, it's the weekend, we got to do something. Or, well, it's your birthday, what do you want to do? Or, oh, we have this coming up, we might want to do this. Da 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 da. Um, I'm also not interested in people who are super social butterflies. Nope, I don't want to be with Mr. Popular. I don't want to be with Mr. Popular. I don't want to be with Mr. Popular. I like people who are a little bit more low key and very grounded, because they're not focused on everyone liking them. They're focused on what's important. So, a football or basketball, it really doesn't matter. I like all athletic builds. Like, they could be kind of bulky with a little bit of a gut, but have like a nice chest and arm situation, like wrestler style. That is very attractive to me. So it doesn't have to be flat stomach tees, this, that, and the other. If they look like they are like an athlete of any kind of sorts, rugby, football, wrestling, da da da, da, I don't care. I'm attracted to that, because I'm attracted to the athletic side of it, because as an athlete, it's something about determination, drive, and your focus that really shows out. And when people like still carry that over into their adult life, say if they're not even doing a sport, but they just want to like, I don't know, live a certain kind of way, it makes me go, like they take care of themselves and they are concerned about their health, as well as you working out and you exercising or even doing a sport or an activity. That shit will help you live long in your life, honey. It helps you live long. So, yeah. I'm 5'10", so for me, I would be lying to you if I said height wasn't important. It is. Now, how low can I go? Not too low. For me, and I had to be honest with myself about this, 5'8" and up is where I'm at. If it's under that, I don't want to be that person. Maybe someone will change my mind. That's how I'm using this forever in my life. Maybe someone will change my mind. Maybe someone would change my mind. But right now, that's not what I'm looking for. Would I date a vegan? Yes, as long as they're okay with me being just a vegetarian if I have to be, because they don't want me to have meat in the house. Because I've lived as a vegetarian before, and like, yeah. Jamar's like the same height as me, I think. No Samantha and sex. I used to date, well, I didn't date, but I had relations with this guy who was like 5'5", but he was a bodybuilder, a 5'5" bodybuilder, and he was built. Lord have mercy. Great. And he was hot and he was cool and I liked him, but he was a little flaky, so it didn't work out. But no, just for me, I have this thing about doing this with somebody that I like, because I can be kind of submissive in relationships, so it's like, ugh. But yeah, so we're talking about me and what I like, and I'm going to stop doing that because I see people leaving the room now that we're discussing, I guess, my personal like and preferences. So that's fine, and I'll go ahead and get off of it and we can talk about something else. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me and things that I care for specifically. So I apologize if I made anybody uncomfortable with my truth. Okay, so let's see here. We've been in this live for quite some time. Oh, Nick. Is Nick still here? Is Nick still here? Nick, are you still here, honey? Nick, are you in the room? Is Mr. Johnson in the room? Nick Johnson, are you still in the room? Okay, thank you for your donation. I just saw it. I'm sorry. I should have told you that like 9 minutes ago. Thank you, Puddin' Pop. My bad. Yeah. No, I apologize that they're hurt in their feelings. I'm not apologizing that I spoke my truth. I'm apologizing that their feelings were hurt by me just telling them about myself. See? And also, I've been talking for 2 hours too, and I'm like, girl, a lot of y'all got to get back to what you got to do. So, I guess I can give another 10 more minutes because it low-key has been 2 hours, and that's pretty fucking amazing. And I know Jamar's probably going to walk through the story at any minute and be like, girl. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been talking forever. Ooh, opinion on Just Hilarious. Mm-mm. Well, there you go. Star, and then boom, boom, boom. I found her funny when she made fun of people that I didn't like. Not so much anymore. Let's wait for girl bye. Oh no, because me and Jamar are supposed to play Super Smash Brothers today. Yeah. Are we having a smash? Ooh, girl, I need to get this place clean because we may have company. Yeah, we may have game night. I'm not sure. As a matter of fact,
Hello.
hi, Jamarius. You're on a YouTube live video right now. Say hi to the Rant Pack.
How am I on it if I'm looking up your nostrils?
Because, bitch, your voice is being heard by all these people while I'm on camera right now, motherfucker.
Okay.
Say hi.
Matty Pack.
Well, you need to look in the camera because you're actually on camera right now.
Oh, hello.
See how rude he was to me? All right.
God.
Yeah. So
I don't have my face on or nothing. This is also rude.
That's an everyday thing. So listen.
Don't do me like that. Don't you do me like that. Not in front of these friends.
I've been on live for 2 hours. I'm gonna read. So listen.
Why are you not getting any closer?
Because I'm on live. Okay, so listen, and this is Jamarius, not Jamar. There's two. Ooh. I have two different Jamars in my life. This one just has an Arius at the end of his name. E-I-E-I-O. Okay. And someone's like, that's not Jamar, y'all. I'm like, right. It doesn't even sound like Jamar. Jamar has a bit of a bass in his throat. There's a little tenor. Barry?
I am a tenor 1 to be exact, if we're going to start putting my label on me.
Well, that's fine, because if you're a tenor 1, then I am the tenor. I don't even put ones on mine. I'm the. I just show up. So listen, what are you doing today? Because I think Jamar was talking about playing Smash, and I didn't know if he talked to you or Eric or anything like that today.
He didn't talk to me.
Are you, well, okay, before we go further, are you busy?
I'm going to see Cats the Musical tonight.
Boop, boop, boop. I haven't hit this fast enough. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Are we having signal problems? What's going on?
My finger, you know this tablet's broken. Boop, boop, boop. It's not hitting fast enough. Every time I go to a different angle, it doesn't want to turn. Okay. All right. You enjoy, who was that? Lansbury? What was the man's name?
Lansbury.
Who was the guy who produced Cats? The original one?
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
There we go. Andrew Lloyd Webber. I knew it sounded like somebody's name that was a sissy. Okay. You enjoy Cats and, enjoy all that pussy. And you take care. And what are you playing? Nothing that you're winning at. All right. Bye.
Rude.
That was my friend Jamarius. I'm sure when he watches this video later, he'll be like, really, friend? I'm like, really, friend? And if, well, if you're a friend, I'll talk to you like that on the phone, too. Okay. I gotta end this live right now because I do really need to clean up over here. If I pull back this curtain, y'all would scream. That's his favorite thing to say. Rude. But I can be. I can be low. I'm a nice, mean friend. I'm your mean, nice friend. Like, if you knew me in person, I'd always talk to you like that on the phone. Like, what are you doing? What's happening here? Really? And I look in your house, I'm like, girl, all that shit in there? But then at the end of the time, at the end of the video, I'd be like, so are you coming over? Okay, let me get some food. Okay, let's do all this. I razz you. I'm a razz you. Sorry. She's a cool mom, pretty much. Oh, I feel like I'd be that person. I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Amy Poehler needs to be in more stuff. I love her so much. There's some show I'm watching that she's producing that I really like. Yeah, Nick, I can go ahead and do that. Yeah, whenever we do Smash tonight, as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and make the announcement now. Excuse me? I have breaking news. Breaking news, hold on. But tonight, when me and Jamar are playing Super Smash Bros, we'll be live on Instagram. So if you want to join us, so we can you can just watch us fight, talk, and do all that type of shit, we'll be there, honey. Disney officially owns 21st Century Fox. Daniel, are you friends with me on sorry. I hate that I'm saying oh, I hate it. Ugh. Are we friends on the Nintendo Switch? There we go. Yeah. Disney officially owns 21st Century Fox. $71 billion deal. Oh, excuse me. Parts. Excuse me. Parts of Fox. Not all of it. Parts of it. Excuse me. Look, I gotta type my friend and say thank you because I was just speaking about this article as I was doing this on the live. Oh, my shit done fell. Hold on. Jamel, I'm blaming you, friend. You better thank Lou for correcting your ass. Did Google make a gaming controller? They're making Google is making a VR thing or something like that I've heard about. And I was like, ooh, it's gonna look cool. Awesome. Love you too. Thank you, Donna. Okay. All right, everybody. So we're ending this live right now. I personally need to go ahead and get myself this whole place cleaned up here because I don't want my friend coming back into his home and be like, Matt, like, what day was it? Bitch, I lost my lighter and I went crazy. That's what happened. So I'm going to go get this pizza that you have sponsored and donated for. Thank you. And for those of you who want to donate again, it's paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App $Matty Rants. What else was I doing? Tomorrow is RuPaul's Drag Race episode 4. We're going to do the whole live on Instagram bit. That's going to be from 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Of course, Giuseppe. Also, remember, Sunday is Afterthoughts, and this is going to be a special Afterthoughts because it's going to be episode 4 of Drag Race and Bad Girls Club Season 9 conversation, baby. Bad Girls Club Season 9 conversation. So that's going to be Sunday's live video. You already know what to be expecting for the Thursday with the Instagram and then the review to post to follow. It's time for the work week, as I like to say. So I'm about to go get myself ready for this fight that me and Jamar are going to give tonight. We're going to go live on Instagram. Nick, and for those of you who want to for those of you who want to join, I will give a post an hour in advance. So that way you know to join the room and be inside of it, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Jamar have his phone facing us and have my phone. Well, better yet, no, I have Jamar's phone facing up. I have Jamar's phone facing us, and then my phone will face the TV. That way, if you jump on Jamar's video, you can catch us in what we're saying physically. Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. It's gonna be too much work. I'll ask him. He's gonna be like, no, Matt. I'm like, yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. There's too much going on. Yes, we have a Smash Live going on Instagram tonight. So I'll see you there. Hugs and kisses on my best love and wishes to you. Thanks for joining me for this really crazy long chat. This is what we do. You hate long videos? Wrong channel, hun. Bye. See you later. I pressed, it didn't happen. So one more time. Hugs and kisses, all my best and love and wishes to you. It's your boy Matty Rants. Bye. And we're going to try that one more